F1 is said to be the pinnacle of motorsport. With race cars built utilising the most modern and expensive technology, F1 has employed technology to improve the output of relatively tiny engines throughout its history. Welcome to F1 for Dummies, and today we're talking about the F1 power unit. My name's Luke Trigger, and this is simply F1. F1 cars were powered by a 2.4 litre V8 engine with a rudimentary hybrid system by the end of 2013. Although the engines were limited in terms of technology, RPM and longevity, they had a peak output of roughly 850 horsepower. The FIA introduced a new type of power unit regulations into F1 in 2014. The KERS system was ditched in favour of two new generating units, the MGUK, which recovers energy from braking, and the MGUHH electric motor, which recovers energy from the exhaust. The modern combustion engine and hybrid systems produce 1000 horsepower. However, they are disliked in some circles due to the low exhaust noise and high expenses. Perhaps these units are misunderstood, as they are actually amazing engineering marvels. The internal combustion engine. The current F1 engine is a 1.6 litre 4-stroke turbocharged engine with direct fuel injection. It has 6 cylinders in a 90-degree V configuration with a top range of 15,000 RPM. The engine is made to function with other components of the hybrid F1 power unit. The engine is a stressed component in modern Formula 1 car design, rigidly attached to the back of the monocoque to form the car's spine, from which the rear suspension and rear wing dangle. Because the power unit is made up of multiple basic components, the engine is now commonly referred to as an ICE. The turbocharger. A turbocharger uses an exhaust turbine to drive a compressor, increasing the density of the intake air used by the engine and so producing more power for a given displacement. Due to the fact that the turbocharger speed must adjust to match the engine's demands, there may be a delay in torque response, which is known as a turbo lag. To manage the system, a wastegate is frequently utilised in combination with the turbocharger. It's a device that permits the turbine to bypass excessive exhaust gas. The motor generator unit. Referred to as an MGU, this is an electrical machine. The MGU transforms electrical energy to mechanical energy when used as a motor, or transfers mechanical energy to electrical energy when it is used as a generator. The MGUHH, where the H stands for heat, and MGUK, where the K stands for kinetic, are used in the F1 power unit. The MGUK. The MGUK is attached to the ICE's crankshaft and is capable of recovering or supplying power when the car is slowed by braking. The MGUK acts as a generator, recovering some of the kinetic energy and converting it into electricity. The MGUK is powered by the energy store and/or the MGUHH and works as a motor to drive the car forwards when it is accelerated. The MGUHH. The turbocharger is attached to the MGUHH. It takes power from the turbine shaft to recover heat energy from the exhaust gases. Acting as a generator, the electrical energy can either go to the MGUK or can be stored in a battery for later use. The MGUHH is also used to compensate for turbo lag by controlling the turbocharger's speed to match the engine's air requirement. The energy recovery system. The MGUHH and the MGUK, as well as an energy store and various power and control electronics, are used in the power unit's ERS. The energy store is used to store the energy generated by these motors. ES is lithium-ion batteries that are used to store the energy generated. The driver can use the saved energy as when the driver sees fit. When the drivers are using the system, it is easy to identify. While the driver is attempting to conserve energy, a light at the rear of the car blinks red. When the energy is deployed by the driver, it stops flashing. There are no huge changes for power units in 2022. F1 will continue to use a 1.6 litre turbo hybrid engine with more than 1000 horsepower. These will be the final generation of post-2014 units, and they will race until 2025, when new power units for 2026 are introduced. Each power unit component can be upgraded once in 2022. Each driver or car can only run a certain number of components per season. Overuse of this quantity will result in grid penalties. Thanks for watching our F1 for Dummies video. We hope you learned something new today. If you have any recommendation of what you would like to see as another entry to this series, let us know down in the comments below. And be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and ta-ra.